Hello, Jessica Eurobricks here, back for another review, and we're reviewing the Lego Movie 2014 summer sets, and this is Emmet's Constructo-Mech. This is set number 70814. It has 708 pieces, 4 minifigures, and it retails for $60 in the United States. Now, these are just showing up in Toys R Us stores across the United States. Now, let's take a look at the packaging. Alright, I know I always say this now, but this set is so big it can't even fit my light box, and that is true stuff right there. It is a very nice looking box. It's a square box. I haven't really seen a box this size before, so that's really cool how they put that together. Because it is a $60 set, but we never get $60 square boxes. And they have all the little play features on the side right there. And yeah, really cool looking box. And we got the instruction booklet right here. Only one instruction booklet, which is awesome if you ask me. They have basically your advertisement on the back for the wood guy, which is just some generic creator guy. And they have an advertisement for the 2-in-1 sets, which looks pretty cool. An advertisement for the Batman sets from this year, and an advertisement for the rest of the summer sets, which you can see right there. And the trash chopper, because it didn't sell well. Alright, so here is Emmet, and you can see he has a really awesome front facial print right there, where he looks like he's going to kick your butt, and this version is exclusive for that face print alone. He also has some nice torso and leg printing, and of course his traditional hair. And you can see the back torso printing right there, along with the back of his face, which is also a new facial print, which looks a little bit similar to other ones. Alright, so here is Angry Kitty. Of course, this version of Unikitty is exclusive to this set. She has some awesome printing on her little part right here, and some awesome printing on her torso. And you can see she has adorable but kind of mean looking facial printing right there. Of course, this is all exclusive to the set. And she has some back printing on her body and her tail right there. And she has this nice little burgundy open set, as I call them. And she has an awesome red unicorn horn, both of which I believe are exclusive to the set. And here are the two Skeletrons in the set. They're both identical, and you get 2 of them, like I said. I mean, I don't really care for these guys. Even when they came in Metalbeard's Duel, I didn't really care for them. And like I said, since they did come in Metalbeard's Duel, they aren't exclusive to this set. They're kind of bland. I guess it's nice to get some of this gray skull piece right here, but other than that, I'm really not impressed. And I wish they probably would have included different minifigures, or maybe an updated version or exclusive version of Skeletron. So here's the mech, and it is just huge, and I can't even fit it on the screen. So I'm going to have to pan up. So that's the bottom part. That's the middle section. And that's the top part with the little crane parts. So first we'll start at the bottom, of course. And at the way bottom, there's this little tread part. That's really the foundation of the whole mech. That's how it stands up. So what you have is basically these 4 sets of these 3 wheels and a little tread tire piece. And all you have to do is give it a push, and you can see that that part is also how the mech moves. So I guess you could make it step around like that, but I think it works better if you play around like this, because if you mess around like that and you put it the wrong way, it can actually fall over. So if you put the foundation like that, it's going to fall, the whole mech's going to fall over. So you just kind of have to position it in this way, and it works fine like that. It also makes it a little bit bouncy since it is all on this rubber. But I digress. So I really like that design. I think it gives kind of a play feature where you can push it around and move it around. And if you move to the top just a little bit, there's some sets of stickers. There's these stickers right here and these stickers right here, which were fairly easy to put on, and they just kind of add to the set. Nothing too horrible. And this is kind of the middle section of the legs. And you can see the side right here, they have some of these dishes to add detail. And the back. And another look. So, yeah, and I kind of want to give a look at the bottom of this, so you can see how that works. And since we're done with that section, let's move up just a little bit. And here's the middle section. You're looking at the back right now, but the front is where you're going to put Emmet. So let me just zoom out just a little bit. And this is where you kind of put Emmet, right there. And what you have to do, you just kind of lift this part up, and you pop him in to the back right here. And there you go, he fits in like that. So like I said, you just gotta lift this part up, which lifts up fairly easy, and you just stick him in it right there. He basically has these two jumper pieces on the back, which is where he will stand. And how he controls it is he could use these two little antenna pieces, as I call them. But they're really just becoming switch pieces. So, he's not really, it's hard to do it with one hand. You also kind of put him sitting like that. But I don't really know why you would do that, because then he's really kind of cramped and he barely fits. And plus you can't even put him on the jumper if you sit him down like that. So it really just works if you make him stand up. So, like I said, you just put him like that, and there you go. So he's standing up, and you can use these two little switches. Now this leads to this printed part right here. That printed part is actually code for the game, much like the Super Secret Police Dropship, and I believe the Super Cycle Chase, which have this little printed piece. Basically, if you put the code into the game, it will unlock a vehicle. So you guys could use that, because I don't really have the game. Also, there's these stickers right here, which are just kind of construction line pieces, or line stickers. Nothing too special there. I really like this detail too. This is kind of like, there's a tread inside there. It looks like that, but really, it's just this plate. And you put the little air vent pieces or whatever on there, or grate pieces, and that's really it. They kind of use a slot technique where they put it on this little part right here. Let me see, it's under there, where it's on a little hinge, so you can move it a little bit, but I don't see why you would move it, because it looks really good like that. And they have that on both sides, so that's really cool. And then they also have these lights. Then moving to the top, you got this little notification sign, or like emergency sign, which is also a sticker. Nothing too special there, but that kind of has the hood for Emmet's cockpit. Then you got a sticker right there. And then you move on to the arms, and each arm is a little bit different. This arm right here is kind of, it's one of these construction parts where you can close it. And what you do with that is you pull this part, and it flaps back like that because it is on this little rubber band right there. So yeah, you could pick up some Skeletrons, I guess. That's really what they showed on the box, and put them in there like that. And then there you go. So you could crunch them up or whatever. And it's just a cool little variation because both arms are different, like I said. And that has some posability because you can move it around, because it's all on this little ball joint under here. And you can move it around like that. And also, there's a little bit of posability right here because there's this part, so you can kind of draw it back by pushing it down a little bit. But I don't want to because it's a little bit hard with one hand. So that's it for that part. Then right here, we got this little single drum roller. And it's pretty cool because they use these little wheel pieces. Nothing too special, but it is kind of clever if you ask me. And the play feature with that is that you just kind of use this little Technic gear. And you give it a twist, and there you go. It twists around and basically you have a single drum roller that I guess you could roll up some more Skeletrons with. The only thing is that it's kind of hard to put it on the ground. It doesn't really reach, so if you're going to have to like get it off of a ledge or something to kind of hit these Skeletrons or whatever, but still, it is pretty nice, and it does have the posability of the other arm with the little ball joint right there. So that's really cool. And like I said, here's the back with the little cement tanks, and this little blue piece is actually quite rare because the blue piece itself only comes in this set in blue. It's a half cylinder piece, so that's pretty cool. They also have the top part with the cement, and there's nothing in there or anything special, so yeah. On the back, there's these stickers, and if you go all the way to the top, there's these two crane parts, and the only thing that's kind of bad with this is that you can't really move the crane down. Also, this piece is exclusive to the set in yellow, so that's pretty impressive, and you get two of them in this set. So you can't really move it down or anything like that, so they just kind of stay, but you could move the little crane itself, like this crane handle. So yeah, that's identical on both sides, there's nothing special. And they also use this little rapier piece, and they use it as, I guess, like a little detail. I think that actually came out really well. Also, you can move this part down, and up, but really it looks best like this because it looks like there's some like shoulder pads or whatever for the mech. And that's the same on the other side too because it's also on this hinge. And they both use this piece right here, which is that's a 4x4 plate, right? 4x4. Yeah, 4x4 plate, and it's on this little hinge right here. And this comes in a lot of expensive sets, so it's pretty nice to get it in this set because it doesn't come in a whole lot of small sets or anything like that. I think the small set it comes in is a $45 set from the recent decades. And if you go to the top, there's not really any more details or anything like that. But there's one part I want to show, which is this piece right here, and it's kind of like, it's weird. It's like an inverted talon piece, as I call them, because the talon, you can see, is kind of pointing down like that. And it acts kind of like a ridge to the mech, and it only comes in one other set in this color, which is the Eagle Legend Beast, and there's only one in that set, but you get 14 of them exclusive to this set, so that is really cool that you get 14, because only the other set you could get them in only comes with one, even though it is a pretty cheap set. So let me just reapply that. And yeah, that's really it for this Constructo-Mech. I guess I'll give one last look at the back instead of the front. And just a pan right there, you got those nice inverted tile pieces all the way to the bottom. You got some red showing right here, but I don't really mind that too much. And yeah, it looks a little different from the one in the movie, but I don't mind that really either because the one in the movie is really kind of bulky and it would just make it an $80 or $100 set. So that is it for the Constructo-Mech, and now on to the final verdict. Overall, wow, I'm really impressed with the set. When I first saw it, I didn't even think I was going to get it, but I'm so happy I did get it because the Constructo-Mech itself is just awesome. And two of the minifigures are awesome too. That's one of the only flaws I do have with the set. The other two minifigures aren't even exclusive Skeletrons right here. And they come in a fairly cheap set, which was the $35 Metal Beards dual set. And I wish they maybe would have added some different minifigures or some more minifigures. I mean, I guess they could have added a few more Skeletrons and it would have looked a lot cooler because this is a $60 set. But we could get past that because the other two minifigures are really awesome. I love this version of Emmet. I think he looks adorable. He has this face right here that looks like he's going to kick some butt. And then he has this really happy, smiley face that is kind of a mix between the Clown Cuckoo one and the one from the minifigure series. And Angry Kitty is really awesome too. I love the printing all over her. Keep in mind that even though this Emmet does look like some of the ones from the other sets, this version is exclusive for the face print alone. But onto the mech itself, I just think the mech is really well done. I mean, I really love the two little play features with the arms right here. They have a fair amount of posability, and you can move them around and play with that part right there, as shown in the close-up. And the same goes with this part right here, which has some posability too. So that's all good. It is really stable. I thought it would be falling all over, but it hasn't really fallen over once because the bottom part has these little wheels right here that kind of provide the stability for this mech. Another really kind of small flaw is that in the movie it's a little bit more bigger, especially on the side part right here, I believe. But I guess we could get past that because they had to keep the price a little bit down. And one last flaw is that you can't really move this part around, which kind of controls the little crane part right here, which I can see people complaining about, and I understand where that's coming from, because it would be cool if you could twist this part and maybe move these around to wreck some stuff up. And you can't really raise or lower this part either, which is a little bit disappointing. But other than that, this is a near perfect set. I will give it an A. I think it's a great value. You get some awesome pieces in here. Like I pointed out in the close-up, they have some really nice yellow pieces that some are exclusive to this set, and some are really uncommon that come in this set. And also some nice blue pieces with the back little cement stuff. So yeah, it is an A. I would really urge you guys to buy this. If you are a fan of the movie, of course you're going to want to get this, and you probably are going to get this. But even if you're just a general mech fan, you're going to want this. And if you're kind of a collector or somebody who parts out pieces, this set will be a great value. Because like I said, it's $60 for, how much is it? 708 pieces, which is just crazy. That's an awesome price per piece ratio. So that's really it for this review. I will see you guys later. And unfortunately, I don't have any more of the summer LEGO movie sets because I didn't get the Benny spaceship. But keep an eye out for some Marvel-less sets. Ta-da-da.